Imagine waking up every morning and you know exactly what to do, when to do, and exactly how to stay on track without confusion or stress. That is exactly how calendar management works. In today's session, you are going to learn how to organize your life using calendar like a pro. You are going to learn how to create events, set reminders, use time blocking. By the end of this section, you will be able to plan your week with clarity and confidence.
Alright, welcome to class. So today we are going to properly set up our calendar, organize events, manage availability and avoid common scheduling mistake. So I will first of all teach you how to get to the calendar environment. So there are two ways that you can do that. You can go directly to your Google Chrome and type Google Calendar, right? And here we have Google Calendar. When you click on it, it takes you straight to the calendar environment, and that is one way we can do that. And the other way we can get to our Google Calendar is to click on the 9 dots right here and navigate straight to calendar. Yes, so we are going to close one of our calendar here so we can work with this. Now, this is a typical calendar dashboard. As a virtual assistant or a professional, your calendar is not just for dates, it's for time management system. So you can see the daily, weekly, and monthly views here. Right here, we have our daily view. This is how it shows in the daily view. So you are going to see what you have to do today, and this is the time. Like for instance, this calendar is showing that there is a meeting by 3 a.m. So this is how your daily view shows. Now we have the weekly view, and this shows you all the event activities, meetings that you have in a week. Next we have the monthly view, and this shows you all the activities that you have to do in a month. Now, I personally prefer the weekly view, which I feel as the more professional view, because it gives clear picture of your workload distribution for the week. So this is the weekly view. So the next we are going to start how to create an event, and I will take you directly to how this is happening. Now this is the create box. Aside event, you can also create a task and you can also schedule appointment, but we are going to learn how to create an event. So when you click on create, you see the options here, the drop down, and you select event. Now next it will take you to this interface, and one thing that I always advise is when you are creating an event, make sure to add description. Don't forget to add description, it makes your work look professional. So let's go straight to the title. Let's give this our event testing. Yes, testing. Right, so when do you want this event? Let's say we want it on a Friday. Yes, our testing event is going to happen on Friday by 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. That's a 5-hour event, and this event is a one-off event. It does not repeat. If you have an event that is daily, weekly, monthly, annually, you can put the checkbox here. You can check the drop down and select whichever one fits your event. But for us, this is a one-off event. It does not repeat. Next is add guest. Now this event is a physical event and we are not going to add guests virtually. But if you're holding a virtual event, you can add email of the guests that you'll be inviting and send them the meeting link for the event. So we're not going to be doing that. I talked about description earlier. I didn't want to miss it out because I know how important description is. It should not be overlooked for professionalism. Now, if you are adding a description, make sure you talk about the agenda for the meeting, talk about the details of the meeting, and if there is any preparatory notes, you make sure you talk about that. This ensures that anyone that is attending your meeting knows exactly what meeting is all about. Like, you don't get to the meeting before, or you see the meeting be like, what are they going to discuss there? Oh, I'm not interested. But when you get the description, wow, this meeting is going to be interesting. This meeting is going to be interesting from the description and the details, the agenda. I'm already looking forward to the meeting. That is why description is necessary. So you don't just set a meeting and leave it hanging. So
If you find this helpful so far, I want you to know that you don't have to get it all figured out by yourself. I have an ebook where I explain simple step-by-step detail on how to navigate the remote work. The link is in the description. Now, let's continue.
the next thing I'll talk about is color coding. Yes, I don't joke with this because I like an aesthetically pleasing calendar, so I always use my color. If you're having a meeting, it is always advisable to use blue color for a meeting. For personal task, you can use green, and if there is an urgent meeting, it is cool when you use red, but these are not specific. You can alternate your color according to what fits you. I also want to talk about the importance of notifications and reminders. Now you can create a meeting without setting reminders. It is fine, but it helps people to avoid missing your meeting. I usually set at least two reminders, like 30 minutes before the meeting, another reminder 10 minutes before the meeting. But at least you should have a reminder, especially for high priority meeting where email notifications are better pop-ups. So for this meeting, let's say I am putting a reminder 15 minutes before the meeting and 5 minutes before the meeting. Now you can set one reminder, you can set two or three notifications just according to how your meeting is prioritized. So it is always good to set your notification. It helps people. After confirming that all your settings are okay, you go ahead and save. Alright, this is our testing here. You can see how this color coding have beautified this calendar. That's one of the importance of using colors. A well managed calendar reduces stress and increases efficiency. Alright, in the next part of our tutorial, I am going to show you how to handle calendar management like a pro. Now, let's wrap up.
Great job today. You have now understood the basics of how to use calendar management, from creating events, setting reminders, and using color coding. In the next few days, I am going to be teaching you how to manage your calendar like a pro. If you have gotten value from this lesson, subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my video, and turn on your notification button so you will not miss our next video. Bye.